Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you an article to watch. An article to read. So I'm going to be doing my best Tim Pool impression again. I saw this article and I thought I'd have to share it with you because it is emblematic of this weird triangle of leftist beliefs: Marxism, socialism, communism, in which the productive are penalised and forced to give to the unproductive. For example, here with the major city of Denver, Colorado, which is going to dole out $12,000 of, quote, free phones. Of course, it's never really free. I'm sure you know who's paying for it. To homeless, trans, non-binary people. Okay? You're paying for that, or the people of Colorado is, right? So it's the founding stones of a universal basic income plan in Denver, Colorado. As an aside, you know the IRS officers, the 87,000 IRS officers, which are going to be unleashed on you. Another sacred tenet of the globalist order, the as she said, the liberal world order, universal basic incomes, where the digital serfs are paid a pittance. Basically, you will own nothing and be happy, allegedly. And to get us into a position where we're going to own nothing and be happy, it's my opinion that those IRS agents are going to go after small businesses to put them out of business. Okay, so you'll just have the big super conglomerates who support the world order. Okay, they're going to be the only employers left around, right? A side note and tangent finished. So we'll get into this article to see where this universal basic income pilot scheme is going. It's a beautiful city, by the way, Denver, Colorado. Leftists Democrats have this amazing ability to make the beautiful ugly, to make the productive unproductive, to make the good bad, to make the lawful unlawful. I mean, I could go on and on and on, okay? So let's get into it now. If you haven't yet though, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast, hit the notification bell and share the video around. You can also catch me on Rumble. I upload every video I make now on YouTube up to Rumble as well. Because I am shadow banned and deboosted, because I am a conservative commentator here on YouTube. You can also become a member of the Hoggcast and support me that way if you so choose. There's a join button next to the sub button, but of course you don't have to. Okay, let's go. Okay, major city to dole out $12,000 of free phones to homeless, trans, non-binary people. Denver plans to dole out free phones, although of course, as I've said, they're not really free, and $12,000 a piece to 140 homeless women and transgender and non-binary people over the next year as part of a bigger partnership with a local non-profit, according to a report. If that's correct, the money, which totals $1.7 million, that's astounding. I mean, they are being rewarded with money that, in this trying times, especially in America, a lot of people are struggling. They're just going to give them $12,000. It's a reward for what? Right, you're taking from the productive and giving to the as I said before. You can only do that for so long before people just say, no, I'm out, I'm done. Okay, it's like that old adage. I can't remember exactly how it goes. It's something along the lines of socialists love these big spending things, all of the things that they like to do, but with other people's money. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's essentially they love to make themselves feel virtuous and good by spending your money. Meanwhile, their bank balance continues to grow. The money, which totals $1.7 million, will come out of a $2 million fund from the Federal American Rescue Plan Act. So they've printed all of this money, right, which has raised prices and inflation through the roof, and they're doing this with it. Just going with your money. The lunatics are running the asylum. They really are. I mean, this is so far out of normality. Okay, so under a plan the City Council approved according to Axios, the money comes with no strings attached. It's just, there's 12 grand and a brand new smartphone, and makes Denver the latest Democrat-run city to experiment with universal basic income. Yeah, so if they continue this and give everyone $12,000, if you do that nationwide, sounds great, doesn't it? Why can't we just give everyone $1 million? Why don't you just make everyone a millionaire? That would be great, wouldn't it? If you did that, a loaf of bread would go up from what, $1, $2 to $10,000, right? Because there's so much money in the overheated economy. That's what you would do. The Denver Basic Income Project is it's an opportunity, you see. It's an opportunity. What they're doing with your money is an opportunity. All of that inflation from all of that money printed and reckless, profligate behaviour from the Democrat Biden regime is an opportunity, right? To explore how the philanthropic community... Where's the philanthropy here? The philanthropy... Such a hard word to say for me. It's coming from the taxpayer. It's not coming from what was it called? The non-profit organisation. Yeah, it's not. That's it. The basic income, the Denver Basic Income Project. The philanthropy is not coming from them. It's coming from you. Remember that old adage I said about the leftists, the socialists, about how they spend other people's money. This is it. You're seeing it in action. To explore how the philanthropic community and the private sector can augment public support. The only thing that leftists are good at is their mealy-mouthed wording of things. They are very good at making the bad seem good and the good seem bad, because they need to. Because they are evil people with a very sinister agenda. So the private sector is going to augment public support for those living in poverty, particularly for our unhoused neighbours. That's the term for homeless people now. I've been homeless before. Yeah, I've said this before on my channel. I've been homeless numerous times, including street homeless, so I know the problems that are causing homelessness and the problems that homeless people have. But they're not homeless people now. In Denver, under the regime, the message, right? They are called unhoused neighbours. Got it. And the extent that hands up to... Sorry, let me start that again, because I butchered the quote. The Denver Basic Income Project is an opportunity to explore how the philanthropic community and the private sector can augment the support for those living in poverty, particularly our unhoused neighbours, and extend that hands up to stability. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock said in a statement, if you want to help the homeless or the quote-unquote unhoused neighbours, build public housing. But it's like the last thing they'll do, because they don't want their grift to end. The city's funds will be passed through the Denver Basic Income Project, a non-profit that plans to raise some $9 million to hand out to an estimated 820 homeless women and transgender and non-binary people. Denver Basic Income Project founder Mark Donovan told Axios most of the funding for the effort has come from charities including the Colorado Health Foundation and the Denver Foundation. Where are they getting their money from? Yeah, not all of it's donated, a lot of it's coming from the taxpayer. Donovan's group will select those eligible for the stipends. Yeah, it'll be based on a intersectional totem pole. You wait and see. I've predicted things like that will happen. Like when the you know what eventually hits the fan, you will see people being given government food and all that stuff based on immutable characteristics. And someone like you or me, we will be at the very back of the queue, even though we paid for it. You watch. As excited as we are about it, this isn't something that you can call in and apply for. Angie Nelson, Deputy Director of the city's Homelessness Resolution Fund, told the site no. They will selectively give it. They will choose who to give it to. Yeah, you can't just apply for it. If you're homeless, if you're a homeless woman, nah, it will be given to very specific people. These people are, I'm talking about Democrats, right? They're pillaging you, and they're just taking what's yours, and they are redistributing it to themselves, their family, and their friends, and their supporters. Evil people. Denver has an estimated 3,500 homeless people and just 2,000 spaces in shelters. Build public housing. The United States of America has plenty of space to build. Many camp in tents in public spaces, which is a nuisance to businesses and residents. Yeah, you don't say. Although city officials deny it, many suspect the Mile High City's homeless explosion is tied to the legalization of the herb a decade ago. I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. Tom Lures, executive director of Denver St. Francis Center, told CNN in 2018 that the herb was drawing transients to Denver and into its homeless shelter. I mean, I don't really buy it. I don't buy it. If it was more hard substances, maybe yes, but I don't buy that. We've seen that over the past several years. Generally, they'll go wherever the good stuff is, wherever's most accommodating. That's where they'll go. That's why so many people with like a housed people are leaving California, and so many homeless people are coming into California. You are quite literally replacing good people with bad people, and then wondering why your city turns to shit. The group planned to give 200 people $6,500 up front. Just bam, there you go. And then $500 per month for the next 11 months. Happy days. 260 people, $1,000 per month for a year, and 300 people $50 per month as a part of an experiment on the effectiveness of guaranteed basic income. So you are using the they are doing an experiment to see if universal basic income could work, and the people they are choosing to do their experiment on are the most I remember I was homeless once myself, more than once, but they are the most unsettled, unbalanced, self-destructive people in society. Yeah, okay. I mean, I suppose you could make the argument that that's probably why they're doing it. Like, you know what I mean? They're probably expecting that the people who work to fund those people, it's just like a lifestyle choice. You can't run a society that way. It will collapse. The Colorado Coalition for Homelessness will monitor how recipients spend the money, as well as to help them find a place to stay. Nelson said the number of homeless women in Denver has tripled since the beginning of the COVID pandemic. Yeah, but are they women? Or are they LGBT, the alphabet people? Yeah. How many of those people are just saying that they are to get this? You don't know, do you? They could just say, oh yeah, I'm one. Give it to me. Chicago and Los Angeles have similar universal basic income programs. Of course, the Windy City is spending $30 million of your money to give 5,000 poor people $500 a month, and LA started a program last month that will dole out $1,000 to 1,000 people over 3 years. Now, if those poor people are people who are living a trying to do the right thing, yeah, you could make an argument for giving people a hands up, but a universal blanket basic income, it won't work. It won't work. It will result in a race to the bottom. Mark my words, it will. Yeah, and that is the article. What do you think about this? What did they call themselves? Where was it? Where are they? There they are. What do you think about Denver and the Democrats there, the Biden regime in general, and the Democrat regimes in Chicago, and where was the other one? It was one in California, wasn't it? What do you think about them using your money to do this, to provide a basic universal income for the, quote, wait for it, unhoused neighbours? Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.